Okay, so this morning we are going to be working into the side body. So you'll be feeling it in your intercostals and here in the abdominals, but also here on the side. So we'll be doing some standing postures, some stretches and strengthening. So you'll certainly know where your side seams are by the end of this practice. Very good. So let us get started. And just settling yourself down onto the mat. And tuning into your sitting posture. Whether that's cross-legged on the floor or sitting across a bolster or blocks. Just kind of bringing yourself now to the present moment, to the practice, to the space that you have created for the next hour. Just feeling that contact with the mat through your shins, tops of your feet, through your seat. And just cultivating a sense now of slowing down, bringing everything to center and letting go. And the letting go starts with the mind, of course, which may have been very busy already today. And perhaps there's other things that are going to be happening later on, but we're not interested in that. So go ahead then and open the doors to that imaginary cupboard and sweep all the stuff, all the mind chatter, all that noise, just sweep it away into the cupboard now and close the doors. Just feeling now into the lightness, the relief. Take some deep breaths in and out of the nose into that vacated headspace. And just settling right down. And now that the mind is fully available, we're going to take our awareness to our feet and relax the feet completely. And then moving up the legs now through the shins, the calves, the knees and the thighs. So just let the floor or the yoga support take your weight as you relax your legs completely. And then just tilting the pelvis slightly forward. Small, subtle movement, but you'll feel the chest lift, the shoulders broaden and drop. So just sit back a little as you allow the spine now to lengthen up towards the ceiling. And start feeling into those side seams where we'll be focusing today. Imagine a line going from your armpit down to your hip. Allow that to lengthen along with the spine. As you ground down just a little through your seat. And the arms are nice and heavy by your sides with the hands resting on the thighs, palms facing down. And the head is nice and centered between the shoulders. And the face is holding no expression. So just making sure that we're relaxed in the forehead, the eyes, and the jaw. And just to make sure that you are fully relaxed, go ahead and do that body scan once more in your mind's eye. Start at the feet, work your way up to the top of your head, and just letting go of any tension you encounter along the way. And now that you're fully relaxed in the body, we're going to take our awareness to the breath. And you're breathing nice and easy now, in and out of the nose. So without changing the rhythm or the depth, just continue with that breath flow practice. Take the mind on the journey as the breath comes in through the nose, touches the back of the throat, goes into the lungs where it rolls over and comes back out. Just enjoying that practice for the next few minutes and tuning in to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. And then just allowing our practice now to finish on the next exhale, and we'll go from here straight into warm-ups then. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, take it away slightly, and then exhaling, drawing it just a little closer to the chest. Inhale, take it away slightly, last time. And then exhale, really lengthening the back of the neck. And then inhaling, rolling the head up towards the right shoulder, just turning the head so that you've got the ear above the shoulder, stretching out the left side of the neck. And then exhaling, rolling it back down to center. Inhaling, coming up on the left. Again, just turning the head so that we get that ear dangling over the left shoulder, stretching out the right side of the neck. And then exhaling, rolling back down to center. Inhaling, coming back up on the right. So just following the breath, rolling the head from side to side, stretching out the neck muscles, keeping the spine nice and long, and the shoulders are level and still. Good. And the next time the chin calms down to center, we're going to pause that practice and inhaling, lifting the head back up to between the shoulders and continue with shoulder rolls. To send the shoulders back up towards the ears and forward. Send them back, up and forward. Inhale as they go back. Exhale as they go forward. Nice and straight in the spine still. And the next time, shoulders come to center. We're going to go the other way. Forward, up and back. Reversing the circles. Good. And the next time the shoulders calm down to center, we're going to pause that practice and work with the seated spinal twist. You're going to take your right hand to the left knee. The left hand rests behind you on the mat or on the yoga support. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, rotate. So just anchor your hands down, the fingers down, so you draw the shoulders down. And then coming back to the right. So the left hand to the right knee, the right hand rests behind you. Inhale, nice and long. And then exhale, rotate. And then over to the other side again. So the right hand to the left knee, the left hand rests behind you. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, turn. And then last time to the right. The left hand to the right knee. Right hand rests behind you. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, turn. Good. And then coming back to center. Lovely. So let's do some more warm-ups then. Just a couple of more things onto the mat. So come down onto your back. Place your feet on the mat with your knees bent, arms by your side, or if you want to, you can bring the knees to the chest already, but either way, just relax now. Let yourself get nice and weighty. Shoulder blades are resting on the mat. Take some deep breaths in and out of the nose. Good, and then getting ready to do the hip rolls then. So leaving your arms by your side or bringing your hands to the front of your knees. Inhale, circle the knees out, down and away. And when they meet, exhaling, bringing them back to the chest. Inhale, circle them out, down and away. Exhale, bring the knees back to the chest. Good, just a couple more. And then next time the knees come to center, slide the hands to the inside of the knees. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, take the knees out wide. Just hold, take a nice, easy, soft inner thigh stretch here. Just relax, shoulders away from the ears. Lovely. And then we're going to bring those knees back in. Do a couple more hip rolls. And then we're going to finish by circling both knees together. So arms by your side or hands in front of the knees. Choose which direction you want it to go in. And then you're going to circle both knees in that direction. Just going to relax out, massage out any tension that might be lurking in back of the pelvis there on the sacrum. And then the next time the knees come to center, we're going to go the other way, the opposite way to the way you started. And then next time the knees come to center, we're going to pause that practice. We're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to roll over onto one side. And we're going to bring ourselves up into standing. Good. So this morning's practice, going to start with Krishna's pose, just to get into the side seams a little bit more here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our left foot and we're going to step it back about 1.5 feet in length, but make sure your heels are aligned, and you're going to turn up that left foot about 45 degrees. Hips facing forward. Inhale, reaching up. Grab hold of your left wrist, and as you exhale, you're going to stretch out the left side body. So ground down through this back foot on the left, and take a stretch right up the leg, up the side, up the arm, to the wrist. Nice deep breaths here. Couple of more breaths. Good. Take a breath in, coming back to center. Exhale, lowering the arms, bringing that left foot forward. So let's do that on the other side. So step back with the right foot. Align the heels into a straight line. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees. Take a breath in, lifting up the arms, taking hold of the right wrist, and then leaning over to the left. Now we're grounding down through both feet, but particularly that back foot to give us the lengthening. Get a couple more breaths. Maybe this feels different on this side. You never know what you're going to discover when you practice yoga. Doesn't matter, we're just observers here on the mat of our body. Good, take a breath in, back to center, and then exhaling, lowering the arms, bringing that right foot forward. Right, so we're just going to continue with a little bit more in the side body and work with palm tree. So you're going to take an inhale, lifting the arms up over your head, intertwining your fingers, and then maybe pointing up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sway to the right. Inhale, exhale to the left. So find your own rhythm here. Work with the breath, inhaling as you come back to center, exhaling as you take it out to the side. So just sway nice and gently. Remember to ground down through the feet, give you the lengthening. So it's an up and over. Good. And then coming back to center, and then exhaling, lowering those arms. Right. So we're going to do a little flow. I'll just show you from the side so you know what we're going to be doing. So we're going to take an exhale, we're going to reach up, coming into mountain. So it starts in mountain. So inhale, reach up, and then swan dive down, bending the knees, bringing the chest towards the thigh, lifting the heels off the mat, coming into a crouch. Inhaling into half forward fold. Exhaling into full forward fold. Inhaling, arms out wide. And then exhaling back into mountain. So that's the flow. So bring yourself into mountain pose then. Feet underneath the hips, hands to the heart center. So we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, bending the knees, bringing the chest towards the thighs, hands to the mat, heels lift off, and crouching. Inhale, heels to the mat, hands slide up to the knees, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reaching out to the sides, up to the top. And then exhaling back into mountain. Good, keep flowing. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, chest to thighs. Heels off the mat, into crouch. Inhale, hands to the knees, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reach out to the side. Exhale, into mountain. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, calming down into the crouch. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, into mountain. Keep flowing. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, into the crouch. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, into mountain. One more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, calming down into the crouch. Inhale, hands to the knees, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reaching out to the sides. And then exhaling back into mountain. Lovely. I really like that flow. Seems to get all the energy going. Okay, so we're going to be working with another sort of flow actually, but this time really getting more into these side seams. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. It starts with warrior 2, and then we go into reverse warrior, and then we come into extended side stretch, and then into bent knee triangle, and then we straighten the leg to come into triangle proper, and then we're going to come all the way to the other side into exalted triangle. And then we're going to finish back into warrior 2. So that's the flow, but don't worry, I'm going to talk you through it. And we're going to do it more slowly than that. So taking your feet then a leg length apart, and it's heel to heel for this warrior 2. Turn your left foot in slightly. The right foot is out 90 degrees. Hips facing the long side of the mat. Inhale, taking the arms out wide. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee. So look down, make sure that knee is above the ankle. And if you've come forward now to do that, bring yourself back to center so that you're right in between the legs. your center of gravity. Good. And then we're going to send our gaze past that right hand. Start feeling into now, grounding down through both feet, and reaching with the arms. So the shoulder blades are nicely down and away here. Good. Take a breath in, and as you inhale, start reaching up with the right arm. The left hand now comes to the back of the thigh as you reach up to the ceiling for reverse warrior. That knee stays bent where it is. It's a reach. Good. Take a breath in, and as you do that windmill now, turn to the other side into extended side stretch. The right forearm comes to just behind the right knee, and if it wants to, that left hand comes up and over into diagonal. If your arm won't go there, then have the arm up to the ceiling, or for now, have it on your left hip. But keep nudging that right knee to the right. Stretching, stretching. Good. And now, if it is on the diagonal, you're going to bring that left arm to reach for the ceiling. So this is bent knee triangle. Rotating those shoulders, the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Good. So get ready for triangle then. Take a breath in, straighten that right leg, and let the right hand rest on the shin. And drop that right hip down and away behind the left hip, as if you want to draw the right buttock to the left, behind. Good. So drop that side body down towards the floor. Good. Keep breathing here. Lovely. And then from here now, on an inhale, grounding down through the feet, windmilling up, reaching up with the right arm, the left hand rests on the left thigh into Exalted Triangle. This is a reach, but with the legs straight. Good. And take a breath in. As you exhale, bring it back into Warrior Two. Bend the right knee, look down, align it, take your arms out to the side. And then take a breath in, and as you exhale now, straighten that right leg, lower the arms, and bring yourselves back to center. Awesome. So we get to do that now on the other side, of course, which is brilliant. So you need to get yourself back into facing the long side of the mat. And we're going to turn the left foot out this time. So again, just align your heels, bring that right foot in, balance, turn the hips to face the long side of the mat. Good. Take a breath in, lifting up the arms, and as you exhale now, bend that left knee. So look down, sure it's aligned. If you've leant forward now, bring yourself back to center. Gaze is past the left hand. And reaching with those arms so that you've got your arms engaged. And the shoulders are sliding into the back pockets. Good. So strong through the feet now. On an inhale, reaching up with the left hand, turning the palm so that the palm is towards the back of the room. Let the right hand rest on the back of the thigh as you reach up. Knee is still bent. Good. Reverse warrior. And then get ready then to windmill into extended side stretch. So on an inhale, lower the left hand. Bring the left forearm now just behind the left knee. At the same time, sweep the right arm up and over into a diagonal. Or you want to leave your arm up straight or actually on the hip. That's also all right. Strong through the feet here. Good. And then we're going to bring it into bent knee triangle if your arm was in fact over in a diagonal. Keep reaching. And getting ready to come into triangles. On an inhale, then straighten that left leg. Let the left hand rest on the shin. And then drop that left hip down and away. Drawing the left buttock towards the right. You drop the side seam here, the side body towards the mat. Sending the hands in opposite directions. Good. Keep your head in line with the spine. And then on the next exhale, then get ready to come up with a straight spine now, running down into Exalted Triangle. Sweeping up and over, right hand onto the back of the right thigh, reaching up with the left arm. Good. Keeping those hips facing the long side of the mat. Palm facing the back of the room. Good. Take a breath in as you exhale now back into warrior two. Then the knee, arms out to the side. Left knee above the left ankle. And then inhaling, lowering the arms, straightening the left leg, bringing yourself back to center. Right, awesome practice. There was a lot of work in that. So we're going to come right down and we're going to stretch ourselves out into puppy pose. So come down onto all fours. If you like having support for your knees, then go ahead and have a blanket now. But underneath your knees, you're going to tuck your toes under, knees are hip width apart, lower the hips halfway to the heels, stretch out your arms, palms facing down, ears in line with the upper arms, and breathe here. So we're lengthening the spine, but the side seams as well. So take your focus there. And with every exhale, make as if you want to draw the hands towards the knees. There's going to be resistance. The knees will resist, and that's what gives you the space. You're going to find some more space here. Good. So making sure that we are working with the breath here. Reaching with the arms, lovely. Just a few more breaths here. Good. And then on an inhale, bringing yourself back up to sitting. Now, for this next little flow, you may need the blocks. So just have the blocks on either side of the top of your mat, just in case. But let me just show you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to come into down face dog. If it feels all right, we're going to lift the leg up into three-legged dog. And then we're going to rotate the hips up towards the ceiling, dropping that right foot towards the buttocks, looking under the armpit up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring it back to three-legged dog. Bring the foot down, come down with the knees. And then we're going to bring the foot forward into low lunge. This is where we might have to have the blocks. And then from here, we're going to take a little twist, either letting the arm rest there or reaching up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to swing the right leg back and come into plank. And if you feel like there's a bit of energy here this morning, you can work with the plank down face dog flow, working with the breath, going backwards and forwards from plank into down face dog, or you can just hold plank, up to you, and come out when you need to. And then we're going to go into child's pose before we do the other side. So get yourself organized then, with the blocks ready if you need them. Coming down then, getting ready to come up into down face dog. So your hands are forward, your toes are tucked under. On an inhale, bring the knees off the mat. Align your feet hip width apart. Ears in line with the upper arms. Maybe walk the dog here, stretch out the calves. Good. And then if it feels all right, grounding down strongly through that left foot. Inhale, send the right foot up and away. And again, if it feels all right, take an inhale, and as you do that, rotate the hips to the right, up towards the ceiling. The right foot comes towards the right buttock. Strong through the arms. Good, and then coming back into three-legged dog. Take a breath in as you exhale, bring that right foot down. And then the knees come down with control onto the mat. Bring the right foot forward. Align the ankle to be underneath the knee. So you can have your hands on the mat or on blocks. Good. Keeping the hips square, facing forward. And just the head in line with the neck here. Just give this a nice stretch. So I'm keeping the back foot here with the toes tucked under for now. Good. And then let's get ready then to do the twist to the right. So now you're going to ground down through your left fingertips. You're going to turn. You can rest your right hand here on the sacrum, or if it feels all right, the right arm can reach up. So strong now through the feet. So this is a rotation of the spine. So the spine is straight. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring that right hand to the inside of the right foot. Swing the right leg back. And let's get ready to do plank, or if you want to, the down face dog flow. So the hands are underneath the shoulders. Come up into your plank. And you can hold here or work with the flow. So if you're working with the flow, you take an inhale, and then you exhale into down face dog. Bend the knees as far as you need to align your ears with the upper arms. Inhale back into plank. And then exhale into down face dog. So do whatever feels right here. If you want to come back down into puppy pose, that's also fine. Make sure that you've strung through the arms here. When you come into plank, shoulders are away from the ears. Okay, take a breath in. And as you exhale, dropping the knees to the mat. And let's go into child's pose. So take the knees out wide, toes together. Sinking back then into child's pose. Now if you need a block for your head or any other yoga support, so make sure you have that. So you've got tight hamstrings. You can bring a bolster to underneath your thighs. Lots of variations to child's pose. So you find the child's pose comfortable for you, where you can relax completely down, taking deep breaths into the chest. A few more breaths here in child's pose. Good, and then on inhale, coming up with a straight spine. And let's do that on the other side. So getting ready then. Finding your down face dog. The hands to the front of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. On an inhale, coming up into your down face dog. Align the feet to your hips. Maybe walk the dog here a little bit if you feel like it. And then if it feels all right, get ready for three-legged dog then. So ground down strongly through your right foot. And on an inhale, send your left leg up and back. And then if it feels again all right, we're going to rotate the hips up towards the ceiling. So sending that left hip up to the sky. Bend the knee. Let the left foot drop towards the buttock. Working up underneath the armpit. Coming back to center, straight leg. Take a breath in, lower that left foot. Coming down onto your knees. And now bringing the left foot forward. Find your low lunge. So again, have the blocks if you need them here. Just make sure that ankle is underneath the knee here. So we've got a nice 90-degree angle. Take a little stretch here. Head in line with the spine. Good. And then let's get ready for the twist. So the fingertips are grounding down on the right hand. And then inhale, start to rotate to the left. You can have your left hand resting here on the lower spine, or if it feels all right, reaching up. Strong through the feet. Keep that left knee above the ankle. Spine is straight, but you're rotating. Look up if you want to, or the gaze can be to the left. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot, swing the left leg back. And then again, getting ready to work with the plank, and if you want to, the down face dog flow. Or come into puppy pose if this is now enough for you. So come up into plank, shoulders above the hands. Make as if you want to shut a really heavy door here. So pushing the whole palm of the hand into the mat. If you're working with the flow, take a breath in, and as you exhale, swing the hips back into down face dog. Inhaling, coming into plank. Exhaling into down face dog. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower the knees down towards the mat where we are finished. And we're going to take that child's pose again. So take the knees out wide, toes together, get the support that you need for child's pose, and then resting down. And then on an inhale, we're going to come up from child's pose with a straight spine, bringing the knees back to center. And we're just going to do one more posture before we are finished, and that is gate pose. So you'll probably want to turn and face the long side of your mat here and come into kneeling with your toes tucked under. You're going to take your right foot out to the side so that you've got a 90-degree angle here, and that the right heel is in line with the front of the left knee and the left thigh is perpendicular to the floor. So go ahead then and get your legs in this position. Take your right arm straight, place the back of the forearm inside of that right knee so that you can feel you're nudging the knee towards the back. And then take an inhale, reaching up. And if it wants to, coming over. And then we can feel a nice side stretch all the way here. So you're grounding down through the knee and the toes at the back. You've got your toes tucked under, and you get this nice stretch. And the pressure through the back of the forearm there rotates, so you're turning, stacking the shoulders, reaching up. This is gate pose. It's a variation of gate pose. You can also do this with the straight right leg, but we're doing it with a bent right leg today. Good. Make sure your hips are in line with your knees and that you haven't sort of buckled forward with your bottom sticking out. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the left arm and bring that right knee in. So let's do that on the other side. So you've got your toes tucked under at the back here. You can take your left foot and align the heel with the front of that right knee now. So you've got a perpendicular right thigh, got a right 90-degree angle here. Take your back of your left forearm, press it up against the inside of that left knee. And you can feel how that keeps that rotation. But returning here. And then on an inhale, reaching up with your right arm. And it's either a reach to the ceiling or it can come over. Obviously, you get a stronger, longer stretch if you come up and over. Just find what space there is. Keep nudging that left knee to the left with pressure from the back of that forearm. Good. Make sure the hips are forward, in line with the knee. Good. And then inhaling, exhaling, lower that right arm and bring the left knee into center. Well, that finishes our exploration of strengthening and stretching the side body. We're just going to finish with some window wipes before we go into relaxation. So come down onto your back and take your feet out wide so that the outer edges of the feet are in line with the outer edge of the mat. Take your arms out into a cross, palms facing up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the knees to the right, but keep the feet where they are on the mat. Let them roll over onto the edges. And draw that left knee now down towards the mat and take a nice stretch down that left side body. And then inhaling back to center, exhaling, dropping the knees to the left. Add the head roll if you want to. So now the head goes to the right, the opposite way to the knees. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it to the left. So find your own rhythm here, working with the window wipes. Just stretching out the side body nice and easy. Maybe one more each side. And then inhaling, calming back to center. And from here, we're going to go into our Shavasana, into relaxation. So if you have a bolster, then have the bolster underneath your knees. And then having a blanket either over you or underneath your head, whichever is comfortable, but just making sure that you are warm enough. And that once you've made your final adjustments, you've got your feet hip width apart, your arms are slightly out from the body with the palms facing up. And get yourself nice and heavy here. So sinking into the mat. It's as if you want to melt into the earth beneath you. And then perhaps doing a little body scan from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, just to make sure you're completely relaxed. And then letting the breath come in nice and easy, in and out of the nose. Settling into a natural rhythm. And then finally disengaging with any thoughts, any sounds. Just taking the awareness within to that place of hovering between fully awake and asleep. And I will let you know when it's time to come out. Just bring yourself back into the room, back into the body now. And inviting some gentle movement to the hands, to the feet. And if you want to, taking your arms up over your head and taking a nice long stretch down the length of the body. And then bringing one knee to the chest and then the other. And if it feels all right, hugging the knees, taking a gentle rock from side to side. And then rolling over onto your right side. And just pausing there and taking some deep breaths into the back of the chest. And then pushing the upper arm into the floor and gently rolling yourself up into comfortable sitting. And then hands to the heart center. And just thanking the body for the hard work in this practice and for always supporting us in our daily lives. And then hands to the forehead for kind and loving thoughts. Hands to the mouth for kind and loving words. And then back to the heart center for always staying open in love. And we can say namaste. Thank you. Good. And I hope you explore that little foray into the side stretching and strengthening.